What is the difference between asbestosis and mesothelioma? Part 1. Mesothelioma is an incurable asbestos-related cancer that affects the mesothelium, lining various areas of the body. Asbestosis is a non-cancerous form of pulmonary fibrosis in which the lung tissue thickens and hardens over time due to permanent scarring of the alveoli. What is the difference between asbestosis and mesothelioma? The first symptoms of mesothelioma. 1. Persistent cough, lasting 3 weeks or more. 2. Chest pain. 3. Weight loss without dieting. Some people may also experience a change in the shape of their fingers and nails, known as drumstick fingers. It can sometimes be difficult to diagnose mesothelioma due to the early symptoms, as they can often be attributed to other lung or respiratory conditions. The first symptoms of asbestosis. Constant and regular fatigue. Shortness of breath due to minimal exertion, for example, when climbing stairs or walking the dog. Hypertension, a long-term medical condition in which the blood pressure in the arteries is consistently high. What are the causes of mesothelioma? It is estimated that in the UK, more than 90% of men with mesothelioma and more than 80% of women with the disease have consciously come into contact with or been exposed to asbestos dust and fibers. Mesothelioma can occur after a low level of asbestos exposure, and there is no threshold dose of asbestos below which there is no risk. This means that inhaling a single asbestos fiber could cause mesothelioma. What causes asbestosis? As with all asbestos-related diseases, occupational asbestos exposure is the leading cause of asbestosis. Most asbestos cases in the UK and around the world are related to work in occupations where asbestos was used on an industrial scale, such as naval building, construction and demolition, pipeline and boiler works, isolation, delay. Asbestosis generally develops after several years of prolonged and high exposure to asbestos dust and fibers, usually 5 years or more. People who develop the disease recall working in large areas of asbestos dust for most of their working lives and often working with asbestos and asbestos-containing materials. In most cases, asbestosis develops after asbestos has built up in the lungs for many years. Asbestos fibers permanently damage the alveoli, air sacs that supply oxygen to the blood, in the lungs, limiting the amount of oxygen they can absorb. What can I do if I am diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestosis? The first thing to do should be to talk to your doctor and/or respiratory specialist and ask them how the disease will affect your life. They can also give you the best information about upcoming treatments or clinical trials that you can participate in. Second, there is help and support for you. At the National Asbestos Helpline, they offer help and advice on managing your health, as well as directing you to the right support networks. We can also find out if there is any financial assistance you may be eligible for, such as compensation and/or government benefits. This could not just ease the burden that these life-changing illnesses bring, like having to make modifications to your home, like installing stair lifts or showers, or having to hire help like gardeners or cleaners. You should also try to think about your work history and where you have been exposed to asbestos. Typically this would be done in the course of your previous employment, and taking note of where you were regularly exposed would be essential if you were trying to get financial aid. Subscribe our channel for future videos. Visit our website holisticmeaning.com for more informative articles.